Welcome to Conscious Mind Tripping with me, your host, Audrey Newmont. We are on to the second chapter of the Mind Trip game. We went on the last session to talking about the cover and me being your taxi Uber driver, and a little bit about starting your conscious journey. And now we are on to guidelines. Play to win. You ready? Let's roll. This is a very important part of the game, as this token will represent you. So the game token, the piece that moves you around the board. And if you see the picture, it's a car of any car that you want, as you'll see coming up. In the setup for playing, imagine your perfect car. In your mind, pick any car that works for you. It could be any type. Choose one that you are comfortable with, that you feel special in, that is reliable. That car that you have imagined is going to represent your body. Your human body is a complex system of many moving parts, and it contains energy and awareness. The main job your car body provides is to get you from here to there and allow you the ability to experience all that life has to offer. It is not who you are, but allows you to be who you are. The driver of the car is your soul. As the driver, it will represent your character in this game. Your soul is your connection to experience love, intelligence, creativity, inspiration, beauty, and light. It is what makes the body alive and vibrant. Your soul is the best and highest expression of you. Your soul is the place where the intelligent universe downloads. Let's move on to driving lessons. Under the heading of, I swear you just can't make this stuff up, I'm sitting in my office working on this very part of the book, right here where you're looking. From my floor-to-ceiling windows, I notice there is a car that keeps driving around the building. It is Sunday, so not very many people are here, and it caught my attention. Turns out that it is a kid in a driving lesson with his father. Perfect. Gave me the title right there. Do you remember when you learned how to drive? Were you scared at first? I think a lot of people are. I've worked with them. How about having to learn all the controls of the car, the rules of the road, having to pay attention to the other drivers on the road, and figuring out where you were going all at the same time? Think about how you are now. You know your destination, and you get in the car. You do not have to think about how to turn on the car, hit the brakes, push the gas. Maybe you don't pay attention to the other drivers as much as you used to. The rules of the road don't even come into your conscious awareness, and you are on autopilot with the controls. How many times have you driven past an exit or gotten to your location only to realize that you do not even remember driving there? Think about all of that and what you are about to read the next time you get in the car. When driving, many people spend a lot of time looking into the rearview mirror, feeling regret, blame, shame, anger, remorse, and so on. We remember what other people have done to us, what we have done to them. We lament choices that we wish we had made differently. We stay in the grief of loved ones lost and what we could or should have done to keep them. You may be thinking, why did I do that? Why did I allow someone to do that to me? If I had done things differently in my life, it would have been different, and I would have been happier, richer, or more successful. The list of how we can beat ourselves up goes on, and when we stay in the pain of the past, it is almost impossible to move forward. We are literally stuck in a space that does not exist anymore. You're in a loop, past trauma that is still driving the car. Think about the side view mirror, the one that can be distorted. Do you look at your past and make it even worse than it was? Sometimes people look at their past and make it better than it was. We do these things in our mind. When you are engaged in viewing life through those mirrors, you're not present in the now moment in your car. This lack of attention to the moment can cause you to hit the car in front of you or take the wrong turn down the hill to your worst nightmares. If you do choose to spend time considering the past, the most beneficial way to do that would be to remember with more understanding, compassion, and love. Allow the memories to light up your heart. Another thing that we're prone to do while driving is to look too far into the future and think something terrifying like, what if I get cancer? What if they leave me? What if I get fired? The list goes on and on about what we imagine could happen. At this moment, none of these things have happened, but we are thinking about the possibility of these tragedies and looking way down the road as if they might happen. We see it in our mind's eye, and we feel the anxiety, worry, terror, and fear as if it's real. While facilitating a rehab group in Malibu, one of the clients informed me that this is known as future tripping. Think about your life. Be honest with yourself and notice how much time you are present. That's a big deal. How much time spent in the rearview mirror or future tripping? The most powerful place to be is in the moment, looking out the windows of your eyes and being present to what is happening right now. In this moment, owning an intention and perception that is in alignment with who you choose to be and where you go, where you want to go. Interesting fact, your feelings create much of your experience in life. Remember, I said it was an energy-powered car. One of the ways that you use your energy to power the car is through heartfelt feelings. When you feel, you program into the navigational system to where you're going. When you worry, have anxiety and stress about something, in the future, it can create consequences that you do not really want. Those feelings and the thoughts attached will make you drive yourself to that which you fear the most. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or my partner, or I won't get whatever. I've seen it happen all the time. Like seriously, all these years of working with people, it's crazy how much I can see them say these things and they're upset about whatever. It hasn't even happened. And sure enough, month, 2, 3, 6 later, there you are. This is one of the big reasons why you may want to pay attention to how you are driving. More about this will come up later in the book. For now, pay attention, be aware of how much you are present. For those of us that are challenged on how to be present, here are tips on how to be present. Pay attention to your body. If you're feeling funky, you might be feeling guilty, sad, remorseful, or regret something difficult that happened in the past. Or you may be anxious, worried, or stressed about a possible future. Notice your thoughts. Are you focused on the solutions of life or the problems? Be aware of your actions. Sometimes we will be knee-deep in something before we realize that it's not working for us. Keyword, realign. Get back in the driver's seat and adjust to this moment. It's like you took a detour. Now, get back to conscious driving with no judgment. And judgment's a kicker. When we're not present, looking at the past or possible future, we might not see a pothole in the road. Imagine that the pothole is filled with mud and it gets splashed onto our windows and you're not able to see it clearly, not able to see clearly. And that is when you use the fear into power tool coming up in the book. Imagine that tool is your windshield wipers. and you will be able to see more clearly and move from your panic to your patience, from anxiety to calm, anger to composed. So you're moving that stuff so that you can see more clearly and own a much more intentional feeling around it. This part about the windshield wipers came up in a group that I was leading as I was telling this car analogy. One of the group members said, "But Audrey, what if I move from my fear to my power and I still have a film on my windshield and I can't get it off?" I didn't miss a beat. I looked at him and said, "Oh, that's when you need windshield wiper fluid, and that's me." Sometimes we do need help from someone to see more clearly. Be brave. Ask for directions. Find someone that makes sense to you and let them share their wisdom and knowledge to help you see with more clarity. What's in your trunk? What have you been carrying around for years and years? As you're going around the board of your life, you want to start eliminating that extra baggage that's weighing you down and not allowing you to go as fast as you want in your life. Make a commitment to yourself to look at that baggage and allow yourself the grace to let it go with ease. By baggage, I mean the old hurts we hold on to, past trauma, painful memories, and so on. You know the stuff. We all have some. This is one of the parts to this game that is a process. You're not going to clean out that trunk overnight. You can start with the lighter, less painful memories and build up to the more challenging feelings. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. Those things did not show up overnight. It takes a little while to gently pull them out. The tools shared in this book will help. Let's keep reading. How are you at taking care of your engine? We need to put in fuel that is able to be processed by the car. Put in the highest level energy into your body to get the kind of power that you want. That means eating organic, GMO-free, and lots of foods that have been touched by the sun firsthand. Your fruits, your vegetables, organic. Moving into secondhand touch by the sun. If it hasn't been touched by the sun at all, probably don't want to get too much into that. Make sure you are keeping a balance. Your engine is a fine machine. It requires maintenance and tender loving care. Find your support crew. My husband Nick and I have a team of holistic practitioners who have been amazing at getting us on track with much better health and greater energy to do all the many things that we do. Sometimes your beautiful car is going to need to go through the car wash and get a little pampered and shine up. It feels good to get the grime off and sparkle sometimes. Yes? Let us think about the lights on the front of the car. In moments of darkness, which I believe most of us have, we must be able to see more clearly. If you're having one of those dark moments of the soul, turn up the light by using meditation and visualization. That's two of the tools for transformation. It's not a bad idea to pull off to the side and take a moment to be calm and find clarity before driving forward. Another thing that you can do at this moment is take a pit stop. When race car drivers take a pit stop, they have a whole crew that makes sure that they are in optimal condition to get back into the race. Find your crew. Let them support you in the challenging dark moments. Also, be a crew member for others. Be of service. It earns you extra gas credits. Do you have kids in your car? They are sitting in the back seat and watching you. Every single minute, watching you drive. They are learning how to drive their car by observing you. We can tell our kids many things, but they learn more from the observation and copying than by what we say. So be truly clear while you're driving daily. Your kids are learning how to drive through you. They learn your habits, speech, mannerisms, beliefs. They learn how to value and love themselves and others through you. Think about it. How do you think you learned how to run your life? Do you find yourself doing things that are the spitting image of your parents? In the areas of your love life, financial, and health, do you have similarities with your family? So who's in your passenger seat? Is this the person you want to be having the grand adventure of life with? Hmm? Does this person fill your car with love and laughter? Is the person you hold the closest giving you good directions? Are they distracting you from your driving? Are they supportive while you're driving? There will be people coming in and out of your passenger seat for the duration of your life. You're going to give them a ride for a minute or a lifetime. With the information you are about to learn, you will choose those people wisely and make sure they are in alignment with you. As you're going around the board of your life, there's going to be other cars on the road that you'll have to deal with. It's important to know how to be a defensive driver and stay clear of the people who are weaving all over the road with no purpose, or worse, those with malicious intentions who are wreaking havoc. There's been a lot of that going on the roads, just saying. I'm sure you've noticed. It's possible to circumvent those drivers much of the time. As you're moving forward, there will be road signs along the way. Pay attention. An unexpected detour can take you to the best places. True. Notice the signs along the way and drive accordingly. The universe is telling you something. You may go over construction zones as life hits the challenging moments. Slow down and take time to be present with what is going on. That's so important. Use this opportunity to be reflective and take care of personal business. Think about when you're driving and there is a sign that says, temporary inconvenience, permanent improvement. That's what we're doing. Appreciate those moments of clear sailing with open fields of possibility in front of you. Being appreciative is the foot on the gas. You will make the greatest possibilities happen with that kind of energy on the intention. Truly, it's like putting jet fuel in your tank. Appreciation, as you will see in moving forward, is one of the biggest things. It's really close to love. So, we know the soul is the core of you. That is the driver of the car. It is also humanness that makes the key decision on what we be in any given moment. For this game, consider that you have 3 avatars that are in the driver's seat. Here's how you know which aspect of you is driving the car in the present moment. So we'll start with driver number 3, the inner child, the kid in the back seat, the one running an unconscious autopilot driven by fear, false evidence appearing real. This driver is out on an extended road trip. It's conditional, uncertain, and restricted. They are too focused on selfies in the rearview mirror, too easy to anger, habitually worrying, living with addictions, driving in circles back to old patterns. There's lots of drama and trauma with this one. Being anywhere but present. Looking to the future with worry, dread, anxiety. Just to be clear, the third driver is also a lot of fun. They're the innocence, they're the spontaneity, they're the playfulness. There's so much. We really rely on them for all of those moments in life too. I'm just stating the obvious here. The number 2 driver, the adult, the conscious driver with logic and reasoning. This driver has the intention set. They are present. They live in the moment. They're focused on the destination. They're living unconditionally clear and free. Certainty and faith is their habit. They're making healthy choices. They know calm is a choice. They overcome roadblocks with purpose, and they focus on solutions. You are the one that's designing the road in front of you, literally. This is your game, your life, and you have the opportunity to develop it in the way you want, not the way you learned from your parents and other influences. The adult you has a good plan for your life. She or he knows the best and highest for each moment, so you let them drive with determined intention. Also, you listen to the passenger in the back, the kid in the back seat, and learn from what they want to share with you in times of anxiety, stress, anger, and sadness. I personally have had many conversations with my little Audie in the back seat. Once I understand the reason for her feels and I'm on to the solution, I tell Audie, no more backseat driving. I'll get us there safely. We'll have fun, and you can relax. Then I am able to get back to being the adult with the fun kid in the back seat as much as possible. The universe is your co-pilot. You've met the first two drivers. Now for some conversation about what I call the number one driver. We are all connected to something much greater than all the greatness we can possibly imagine. As you understand the connection you have with grand intelligence and then use that connection intentionally, then you are lined up on the highway of life with all the cylinders blasting with rocket fuel. And let's take a look at what that means. So if you see this picture here, it's an energy-powered car. There's energy just coming out of it, going into it. It's energy. I'm expansive, unlimited, and free. And this is a quote by one of my favorites, Greg Braden. Through the connection that joins all things, scientists have shown that the stuff that the universe is made of, waves and particles of energy, responds and conforms to the expectations, judgments, and beliefs that we create about our world. In a world where an intelligent field of energy connects everything from global peace to personal healing, what may have sounded like fantasy and miracles in the past suddenly becomes possible in our lives. There is one small catch, however. Our power to change our bodies and our world is dormant until we awaken it. The key to awakening such an awesome power is that we have to make a small shift in the way we see ourselves in the universe. We must see ourselves as part of everything rather than separate from everything. Beyond merely thinking of ourselves from this unified view, we must feel ourselves as a part of all that we experience. With this one little shift in perception, we are given access to the most powerful force in the universe and the key to address even the seemingly impossible situations in our life. Greg Braden. Intelligent, creative energy powers and drives the car, your body. This energy goes through the car, as the car, all the time. It is intelligent energy because it reacts to you. And once you have an awareness of how to use your energy intentionally, you will have the ability to use that energy to move your car in the direction that you determine. The more you become aware of and open to this energy, the more powerfully you get to use it to move your car forward in the game. Your energy is the powerful force that creates the dynamic, miraculous experience of your life. I should say that again. Your energy is the most powerful force that creates the dynamic, miraculous experience of your life. This knowledge has been one of the most important things that I have learned, And it has been the thing that has given me the ability to lead the life that I am so grateful for now. Seriously. Modern science has proven that there is a field of energy that is present everywhere, in and as all things. Scientists recognize that this energy is intelligent and interactive with us, as us. It is you, it is me, the expanded we. We are connected in this field of energy just as much as certain plants are connected in the soil of the earth. Much of the time, we don't feel this energy or connection, but that doesn't mean that it's not there. This energy is called many names. Some of my favorite terms are infinite intelligence, unified field, source energy, and as one of my favorite teachers likes to call it, Greg Brayton, he calls it the divine matrix. And many people call it God. Another quote, here's by Joe Dispenza. There is an intelligence that's giving you life that's always present, and many people don't take the time to connect with it by being present. Dr. Joe Dispenza. As you get further into this book, you will learn to use that connection to improve your relationships, your abundance, your health, your intuition, your consciousness, and even your intelligence. Supercharged intelligence. Think of your body like it's the smartest car ever. You are a space where the intelligence and energy of the universe comes through. You are expansive, you are intelligent, and you create with, in union, connected to all that is. Deepak Chopra says, the true nature of myself is the wholeness of the universe. And here's a picture of DNA with a quote by Neil deGrasse Tyson. There's as many atoms in a single molecule of your DNA as there are stars in the typical galaxy. We are, each of us, a little universe. It's huge. Here's another quote. The chemicals that make up a cell also share a field of information. It's that invisible field of information that orchestrates the hundreds of thousands of functions of the cell at any given second. Scientists are beginning to realize that a field of information exists that's responsible for myriad cellular functions existing beyond the boundaries of matter. It's this invisible field of consciousness that orchestrates all of the functions of the cells, tissues, organs, and systems of the body. How do certain chemicals and molecules of your cells know what to do and interact with such precision? There's an energetic field surrounding the cell that's the summation of energy from atoms, molecules, and chemicals working together in balance that gives birth to matter. And it's that vital field of information that matter draws from. And that's from Joe Dispenza. His book, You Are the Placebo, Making Your Mind Matter. Excellent book. So you are absolutely a miracle of life. And here's how miraculous, incredibly miraculous you are. Think about this. Your human body knows exactly how to function. It is all intelligent energy that makes all these things happen. The universe is working with you in so many ways. So think about these things. You don't have to tell yourself to digest food or to breathe the air. You don't have to tell your muscles to tighten up and do the tasks of life. You don't have to tell your cells to divide or your heart to beat. You don't have to tell your liver to cleanse your blood or all the rest of your organs to do the beautiful dance of life in your beautiful body. You don't have to tell your body to heal a wound, and so much more. You don't have to tell your body to procreate. So I have a power statement that I use all the time. This is the first power statement that you get in the book, and this one is, you can start it right now. Just own this. Just think about it as I say it and see how it feels, how it resonates with you. The universe moves through me as me, and divine right action is taking place. And when I'm saying that, I'm letting the number one driver know that I trust that all my good is happening. I'm setting a roadmap. Now that you know who your drivers are you ready to go? It's time to learn how to play your way to conscious intention using the game board. And that, my friends, will be the very next video that we will be getting to. Here's your peek at the game board. So every time you go around this board, you're changing a habit, you're changing a belief, you're owning your life in a new and powerful way. So again, you can share this with your friends, share it wherever you'd like. And I thank you ahead of time creating our big book club. And I will see you soon with the game board, The Route to Empowerment. Take care for now.